Hello there everyone, and welcome to something that I've had in the works for longer than you'd expect. See, I put up the videos of me playing the Skullgirls story modes without commentary quite a long time ago, and they went on to be my most viewed videos, and to this day I still get many YouTube comments on them, and actually daily, I'd say. They're hilariously so well viewing, and so I thought, well, originally I wanted to do Let's Plays of them, but then I thought, I'll just do that later. I'll record it for now, just in RAW for people, and then do my Let's Play later. And so with the announcement that the Vita version of Skullgirls is coming out in just a few days, so if you have the PS4 version, you get the Vita version for free, and Vita version is cross-play with PS3 and PS4, and it has a whole bunch of other cool features, such as the fact that if you're playing on a PS TV, you can play local, 2-player on that, which is crazy because they've never done that before. No PS TV game has 2-player functionality, but nope, they straight did it, which is cool because then you have like a mini console you can play it on. But so I just decided I think now's a good time to do it. Oh, and the PS4 exclusive content is coming to PC right away. I'm playing the Steam version right now, so there's no voice story modes. You'd be amazed how many comments I get from people who just don't want to Google how to get story modes in English. Or no, fully voice acted, that is. So, we'll be doing some story modes in this. I have beat with everyone. I guess not, actually. That's a lie. I didn't... Oh, right, because these guys were out on PS4 by that time. So, let's get started. I am using the female announcer because I have not used her in I don't think any of my videos. So, Christina V is going to be announcing for us, which I'm down with. All the announcers are awesome. A lot of people don't know how to pick the alternate voice packs either. It's just in the options. I mean, where else do you think it would be? So I really like this opening because it establishes sort of the mood for Skullgirls very well. It's based on that old diner painting, which I love, that diner at night. And it has a little bit of the sexy, a little bit of the action, shows that the female characters are strong, which is something that I know a lot of people, when they first saw Skullgirls, they're like, this game's just a panty fighter, man, it's all it is. But no, this game is so much deeper than that. I love it. The story mode is actually super cool, and man, the jazz, it's called Dark Deco is the setting for it, which I think is the coolest name ever, where it's Art Deco, but like with dark undertones. So, Filia is our first character we're playing as, and she is... it's interesting, because I would not call her the Shoto at all, you know? In fact, oh, the game's not having a good time running on my computer right now. That's okay. It should be fine. You know, for now. It'll get worse later, for sure. She's, interesting because for being the main character, she has an interesting fighting style involving air dashes. Mainly, you know, instant air dashes that you need to worry about. It's like, in the air, you can use an air dash to sort of keep your combo going. It's like there, I was able to get 2 hits instead of 1. And... oh, the game isn't running super well. My computer is garbage. I tried to run Killer Instinct, and it straight up would not run at anything beyond 5 frames per second. Thankfully, this game is fairly light. Like, as you can see, it's because I'm recording, but if I wasn't recording, this game would be running 100% speed, and it's so nice for that, because it's so well optimized. That said, you know, if I were to be playing this, I don't know, competitively or something, it would be on the PS4 version, because that one is the best version, at least for me, because, as you can see, the game's having a bit of trouble. Also, I used the wrong super. This is the one I want to use. So yeah, Filia is mechanically very interesting for a main character. She's not the standard main character at all. She's sort of... it's funny, because if you were to give her a character to sort of connect with, it would be more Magneto from Marvel vs. Capcom games with her sort of air dash shenanigans, which I find interesting. Fukua, her clone, who we'll get to later, is much closer to the what would you call it? Well, I guess the Shoto clone. You know, there is no actual Shoto clone in this one, though, which I'm okay with. You don't need a Shoto clone. for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, because you might be new to fighting games and stuff, that's like a Ryu-like character. So you got like a fireball, a movement tech, and a Shoryuken. Filia here has a Shoryuken, which we just need to do. How do we do it again? I'm trying to do it. There we go. So that's her Shoryuken thing. She has a movement tech, but she has no fireball. She has this instead, which is good for sort of long range stuff, but it's not the best for sure. You know, there are much better. You know, Fuqua, on the other hand, has the actual fireball, and she sort of has a movement tech, but not a real one. You know, it's kind of a half one. So we'll finish this in style. And that super win thing is actually right out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. One of the many JoJo references in this game. There are quite a few, which is cool because it was interesting because when reading about the inspirations and stuff, it wasn't the JoJo manga or anime they took inspiration from, it was the old Capcom JoJo fighting game. So like when they would put in references to Jotaro and Dio and stuff, for the team, it wasn't necessarily the manga and anime they were looking at, it was the old school fighting game, which was the first JoJo thing to come to North America. I'm pretty sure. The OVA might have come first, but I could be wrong. So here's some interesting trivia for you. In the game, the voice actor for Samson is listed as Del Stetson. And I remember we were looking to see who this, because I was a big part of the Skullgirls online community for a while. We were looking to find out who this Del Stetson could be. And we kept looking and looking around, and we could find nothing but this one really weird, like, it was like a weird recut movie. Like, it was very strange. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. So we found this one movie, and then of course we found this game, and that was it. There was nothing else listed for him. And so when they announced Skullgirls Encore and was getting the, well, second Encore was getting the full voice cast, it was revealed that it was actually Patrick Seitz who was the voice actor. So you might know Patrick Seitz from Why Is My Button Controller Not Working? I'm pressing every button and it's just not going, man. Okay, yeah, there we go. That was weird. Did my controller just unplug or something? It was Patrick Seitz, and of course Patrick Seitz is the voice actor for, one of his notable roles is he was Dracula in the redub of Symphony of the Night. You know, the old Castlevania game. But then after that, he was cast in the role of, hilariously, Dio Brando. He's now the official voice actor for Dio. So when it was posted, he said, "You thought it was Del Stetson, but it was me, Patrick Seitz," and everyone was having a good time. You know, unlike this match, which I'm actually doing terribly. I'm gonna put on 2D backgrounds after this. In fact, I'm gonna do that pretty much as soon as possible, because this is not going well. What the heck's going on? Also, I'm playing on normal because I feel like I'm decent at the game, and it actually just had a sudden, like, giant boost to... So I guess here's an interesting thing. This thing here is actually a fake out for the fireball. Not fireball, but the hair drills. So you have a fake out one, which has, you might think, have no purpose at all. Because if you look, it just goes in the ground, that's it. But literally, it was put in to let you use mind games on your opponents. It's literally just created for Yomi, which is the art of mind games in mind games in fighting games. So it was like, you know, if that were to happen, you know, your opponent might think, oh, he's going down for the hair drill, but in reality, he's not, and then you can do cross-ups or crazy stuff, you know? So it's a cool thing that's added, and one thing I do love is the fact that I've been able to follow the Skullgirls development all the way from basically release. I didn't know about the game, even though it's been in production since at least 2009, I'm pretty sure, and you can actually find and download the first prototype for Skullgirls, made in Mugen. It's terrible, but it's like, there's so many crazy things that you're like, wow, I can't believe this is in the game now, you know? I think that was just Alex Ahad without Mike Z's stuff, because Alex Ahad is the artist, Mike Z is like the sort of lead gameplay guy. So this was like the merging of these two guys. And it's cool because like not only do I have still downloaded on my PS3, they said to delete it, but I've downloaded Skullgirls super vanilla, like the original Skullgirls. You know, it's like I have on my one thing both Skullgirls second Encore and Skullgirls like original. So why did that? I tried to push block. Why did that not let me push block? I'm using an Xbox One controller, and it's obviously not having a good time. You know? It's not the best fighting pad, but it's native, and that's what I like. It's like me, native. Ha! Ha! Ho! Culture jokes. So, I know a lot of people have trouble with Mary, and honestly, my only advice is just keep guarding. You know, I'm obviously not doing that, because I keep forgetting what attacks do what. She does telegraph all her stuff by saying what she says, and if you just like you know, and then once you get to this form, this is the hardest form by far, because obviously you can't oh, that appeared out of nowhere and is comboing me as good as it can combo me. Even my super couldn't do it. Okay, come on. Don't show my balls on stream. Come on. There we go. That was scarily close. And I died at the end anyways. Perfect. As it should be. So, no, I have Vanilla Skullgirls as well, which, I love playing it going back, because they actually made the, not the, I don't have the original version 1.0 Skullgirls, which is, like, the rarest one now. They upgraded it to slightly different edition, which made it faster and rebalanced it and stuff. And then they went on to the second Encore, then second Encore. But I have the slightly different edition, and it's fun to play. Go back, you know, it's like going back to the original Street Fighter and seeing things be completely different. I love that so much, actually. But no, honestly, this is my favorite fighting game of all time. I think the only people who don't like it are the ones who don't like the art style. It's either too anime, too sexy, or they just see the combos and they're like, oh, it's stupid because it's just infinite combos, when this game actually has really good infinite prevention system. Also, can I just say, Painwheel's normal, like her Carol persona like this is adorable, even when she smiles like that. Super cute. No, so it's like it has these infinite prevention systems, and yeah, you can do long combos, but the longer combo you do, the less damage it does over time, so it's not even worth it sometimes. Style points do not equal actual combat ability. And I guess I should say, none of these endings are canon. The true canon ending for Skullgirls is a story yet untold, which will probably be told in Skullgirls 2, because Skullgirls, as of now, is a done game. The only thing it's waiting on is its Japanese port, and we're going to skip the credits because we don't need that right now. The only thing is, it's the Japanese port, and with the Vita version almost out, you know, that'll be done. I'm going to put the stage backgrounds back to 2D, so you can do 3D and 2D stage backgrounds, which I really like given the option. The Vita version will only be using the 2D backgrounds, so that's cool. If you want to do that, you can. Did I hit the right mode? I hit arcade mode. I was going to say, why is it letting me choose my characters? Cerebella, so she was the second announced character. She's pretty synonymous with the game. It was funny because with the names Skullgirls and the first two characters shown off were Filia and Cerebella, a lot of people thought, okay, so every girl in this game will have something on their head, which is like part of their power. So Filia had Samson, where Cerebella has vice versa, who... And this is where things get interesting. So there's like multiple types of sort of like partners, if you will. So Samson is a parasite, which is like an actual other being attached to them, where you see here vice versa is a living weapon, which doesn't have a mind of its own, but can like show personality from the user. It's really interesting. Also, this character here, Fang, she's super awesome. One of my favorite designs ever. Also, she's totally gay for, well, I think she's bi, actually. She's bi for Cerebella, which is awesome. And look at all these characters. A lot of them are going to be DLC. You see Regina there with a weird design. Hubrecht, Beatrix, Taliesin at the side. It was really cool leading up to this game with the Indiegogo and stuff, where they were sort of showing off all these different character designs that people could vote for. But that led to the waifu wars. And for those of you who don't know, the waifu wars were infamous. People broke down. There was friendship shattered over voting for these characters who they want as DLC. And so it was like this huge thing, and it was because the way it was voting is you voted twice. There was 2 votes for characters, and the characters voted in were Eliza and Beowulf. The way they chose Eliza was everyone had to pick I think just their top 3 characters, and from that they would add them all up, the points, and then the number 1.1 would win. I'm pretty sure it was something like that, but the way it worked basically was she was the number 1 ranked one. Or I think it was, no, I think with her, she was the one with the most votes for number 1. So, versus Beowulf, who didn't win number 1, but instead was listed high for everyone else. Like, for everyone's votes, they were, they looked at everyone's votes and they said Beowulf is consistently listed high on their lists. So, because of that, we're gonna go and, put him in. So, I'm totally playing her wrong, because I honestly, it's funny, because Cerebella is the perfect grappler character. She's really, really good, and I missed entirely with that. But she has all these tools, because Mike Z is a fan of grapplers. It's like, I'm trying to do her one combo. Okay, come on. Come on, oh my god. Oh. Even with this game, it has a system where what you can do, there we go, where it will automatically stop if you're doing a 360. It won't let you jump. So that's a feature, but I'm not that good at it. It's interesting. I always need to jump to start it and then do it. I've never actually been able to land a full, do it well. But Mike Z is a big fan of grapplers. In fact, Potemkin and Tager are his 2 mains, and I think he made a huge video. I think it was on Potemkin, a combo video, where he made up his Russian Mike Z thing, because Battleship Potemkin is a Russian movie. And in this game, it's put in as Soviet announcer. It's great, man. So obviously, when making the grappler character, he's gonna make the ultimate grappler, of this style. Beowulf, on the other hand, was a totally different can of worms. Also, this game is surprisingly not running that much better at 2D backgrounds. It's better, but not that much better. So, as a grappler, Cerebella has many grapples, including that one, which I entirely missed. An air grapple. This is one air grapple. There's a second one as well, which if I can do, you can combo into it. Oh no, I want to do it. It's so cool. Oh, I missed. Ah, whatever. She has an air one where goes into the hat and gets beat up. There's back throws, forward throws. She's a grappler. It's simple as that. But even though she's a grappler, she also has some good just normals. Very long range, very hard hitting. Kind of feels like Hulk and Juggernaut, kind of feels like any of those big characters, And I kind of like how they went with, she's like a normal girl, but her hat is the one who does a lot of punching and stuff, but she also punches and kicks as well. And I think she has like knives on her boots or something like that when she does the kick. It's a cool, I feel like a really good design. And I think they said she is the Skullgirls universe equivalent of a Brazilian character, which is good. I like that. There is a lot of variety in this game in terms of like characters and stuff, and I really like that. It's interesting because I heard from some people like that's so great. Then other people are like, no, they're pandering to SJWs and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, you guys, come on. Every time someone does something, that's a little going against the norm, it's like it's always pandering, and I hate that. So I love Diamond Dynamo here. Probably one of my favorite supers. It's good. She's a good character. And good palettes too. I actually really like a lot of her color palettes. And I guess I should say she's voiced by Christina V, who also does the female announcer and is the voice actress for Shantae, as well as the casting director for Skullgirls and Indivisible. So there you go. Last time we played with Filia, she's voiced by... Oh, I forget her name, but she's the voice of Mako in Kill la Kill now, and she's so good. I love her voice. Okay, so this stage, it really doesn't like it. Like, the other stages were not that bad. Thankfully, the way the rollback system works in this game is it actually makes it so that, you know, the stuff still happens, but it just might not sort of show it. Also, like, I'm getting all these trophies and stuff. Goes to show, I haven't played as this one much. This is player color palette 2, which is like reversed colors, which I do really enjoy. The original, like, because almost every color palette in Skullgirls is a reference to something, which I'm fine with. I know a lot of people say it's a little memey, but again, that's just people complaining about stuff like they always do. So it's like, the original ones are actually really good, and one of my favorite things, honestly, is the idea of Player 2 and Player 3 and Player 4 color palettes. You know, like these color palettes that almost made it to be the final design, but didn't, you know? So this is like, you know, this is what her final design is, but there's always alternate designs that show, like, what she could have been, which I do find really interesting. You know, I've always been a big fan of the what-if scenario, and, you know, the game gives me exactly that, which I'm very happy about. Can I do the thing? I know you can, yeah, so you can cancel that into her horns, which is cool. It's because, like, you can, instead of ending it with the thing, you can end it with the devil horns, and I think it's just for style. It does the exact damage. I'm pretty sure I could have changed. Again, this game changed for a while on a weekly basis, based on experiments from the team, as well as other stuff. So it's like, it could have changed. I don't have perfect knowledge of this game. I'm a big fan of it, but I'm not one of those memorizing everything sort of dudes. I'm a high casual fan, you know? I'd say that's about right. A high casual fan. Anything else, you know, it's like, I can't give you frame data. I can give you... I'd be the best casual fan there is, and one of the worst hardcore fans. As you can see by my terrible combos, dropping them all the time. But I will say, there was a period in my life where I would just play this game every day for a half hour to an hour. Just running through arcade mode, just learning how to play it. When I first got it, I was the guy who would spam specials. I was the guy who couldn't hit any sort of combos. But now I can, and it's literally just because of the fact that I practiced. And from it, I was able to actually expand, like, sort of like my knowledge, if you will, into... Oh, that totally didn't have enough super armor to go through it. I was able to expand my, you know, my knowledge into actually, like, all other fighting games, which I really like, because it's like, you know, there's so many good fighting games out there, and it's like, the fact that this game has sort of prepared me for the rest of them, it's like, it's really good. Let's see if we can end this on the, level 3. No, I don't think we'll... we might. I don't think we will. Let's finish this with a normal. There we go. Sadly, Marie does not have a death portrait thing. There's data in the game that suggests that she was definitely going to be playable, and I think she does need to be playable for her story, because there's 3 characters that they need for the canon story to happen. We need Marie as a playable character to get her side of the story. She wouldn't play like she does in the boss fight, although she might temporarily transform into it for a super or something. Wow, is it frozen again? What a weird glitch. Whatever, I mean, I'm just playing through story mode. It's Marie, it's Umbrella, and then it's Black Dahlia, a character who we'll see in later story modes. So thank you all for joining me. This is going to be kind of more casual Let's Play. I'm just playing through, talking about my experiences with the game, and honestly, part of it might also be I want more YouTube money because my birthday's coming up and I want games, and YouTube really likes when I put up Skullgirls videos. It gets so many comments and so many views and stuff, so why not do a commentary series on it? And guess what? I'm going to be doing another set of these for when I play the games in Japanese, because hey, that definitely has an audience too. Thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you later for some more Skullgirls. Ciao!